Hi, it's Lucy here, and today I'm just using these 3 products from Journalsay, and we'll see how many cards I can create with them. The first set is a set of 5 gorgeous underwater scenes that are actually washi stickers. They have a sticky backing on them. You could keep the backing on them if you like. I didn't even realize at first that they were stickers. Then I chose a pack of pink mermaids that I thought would be perfect for my underwater cards today. These are a pack of 5, but there are other designs to choose from, 2 different colours, and you can even buy all 6 packs as a bundle. Then I have an underwater PET sticker set which has some lovely images to add to my scenes, and there's 30 stickers in this pack, 15 designs, and you receive 2 of each design. So let's see how many cards I can create with just these items and using every single one of the items. There's some great tips and learning curves in this video, so I hope you'll watch all the way through. So first off, I'm going to check the size of the backgrounds against my Australian standard card base, and it leaves a lovely white border. The papers are 10 centimeters by 14 centimeters, which is equivalent to 5.5 inches by almost 4 inches. I'll peel the backing off and add it to my card, and isn't it gorgeous? It has slightly raised and glossy bits which really give it a wow factor. And now taking the entire sticky paper off the backing was a little fiddly, so this time I just peel off the top part of the paper, which gives me more control when adding it. And you can just start with a corner at a time too if you like. I'm adding the other 4 scenes to white paper for an extra layer, plus I don't have to be so careful adding it to here because I'll cut around it, so it doesn't have to be evenly placed like I did when I added it straight onto the first card. I'm going to die cut one of them so I have a lovely stitched border around it. This is just another option if you have stitched rectangle dies. And then I'll just cut around the rest of them, attach them to my card bases, and I'll have 5 card backgrounds ready to go. And on to the first card, and I'll choose a mermaid PET sticker. And these mermaids aren't fully opaque, which means you can slightly see through them if you add them to dark backgrounds. So I'll add her face to the lightest part of the background. I'll show you other ideas soon too, and I'll also be adding them to white backgrounds. I'll choose a few extra scenery items and move them around until I like their composition. And then I can go ahead and add them to the card. The best thing about PET stickers is that you can layer them up. They overlap very well. I'll add a sentiment with glue, then add an acrylic block on it to dry flat and pop it to the side for now. And onto the next card, and for this mermaid I'm going to add her to white cards so she stands out more. I'll fussy cut around her and I'll leave a very slight white border around her, which will be okay as I have a white border around the card. If there was nothing else white on this card, the white border around her would look awful. So when fussy cutting, move the paper more than moving the scissors helps to create smoother lines. And I'm using my uniquely creative fussy cutting scissors, and I don't use any others since finding these. They're amazing. I'll have links to the products I've used today. There's not many products though. These are very easy to recreate. And while I'm creating this card, I have great news. If you want any of these Journalsay products, they've given me a special code to give my viewers, which gives you an extra 8% off your order. And you can use this at any time too. So use the code LucyPatrick, one word, and I'll also have this written in the description box below. And the 3 product packs I'm using today total $4.79 US or $7.16 Australian. And I'll let you know I create 12 cards today. You can create more if you're more frugal when it comes to how many stickers you add to each card. And I'll mention individual pack prices shortly too. If you want to place the sticker on the side like I'm doing here, just cut off the overhanging bits with a craft knife. You can always add the stickers to the papers before adding it to the card front, which would make life easier too. I'll add the mermaid placing her face in the light part of the paper again. If you need to adjust or move the stickers, you can do it carefully, making sure to peel it backwards close to the paper. I did find the next day when I tried to take a sticker off, I felt like it was going to be too difficult, so I think they must set well overnight. And this is a good thing as you don't want them peeling off or coming away from the papers, and I haven't had an issue with that with any of the companies that I use so far that have sticker products. The ones I've tried are from Journalsay, the Washi Tape Shop, and Uniquely Creative. I do love to add some Nouveau drops, and then this card is done. And I think the Nouveau drops look a little bit like bubbles, don't they, for the underwater scenes, so they're perfect for it. And here's this finished card too. I love the dolphin coming to see the mermaid. I think it's really cute. So onto my next card, and I have a card base and a piece of white card the same size. I don't often add my embellishments straight to the card front. I'll find a few stickers to create a cluster, and I like the mermaid, the coral and the ship together. I'll find a suitable sentiment from my stash, and then I can stick them all down. The easiest way to remove the sticker from the backing is to use your thumb to roll the sticker off. I find they come away easily, and if ever it doesn't, just work your way around the sticker until you find a side that rolls off. And when adding the paper to the card base, I often use 3 pieces of double-sided tape. I'll then just remove the backing from the side that will be on the right-hand side of the card front. And this way I can marry up the folded side of the card with the paper without any stickiness. Once it's lined up, I'll then push down the right-hand side where the tape is sticky. Then I can take the backing off the other pieces of tape to stick them all down. Another way to add the paper to the card front is to use glue runners. I don't recommend using glue to adhere paper to card fronts, as most of the time you'll find they'll bubble or wrinkle in places. Now this card is super simple, well they all are, but this one is even quicker as I'm just adding 2 stickers and a sentiment from my stash. And you can always add more than what I have. Adding a few flowers or something might look gorgeous, but I'm keeping these very flat today so they can all be posted. I'm going to add 2 of the mermaids on this card. Again, I'll move all the items around until I love the composition, then I can remove the backing off them all. Another tip, if you don't find it easy to take backings off adhesive items, it's good to know that in my experience, PET stickers are easier to remove from the backing than PET tape, as the stickers have a thicker backing than tapes, which makes it easier to peel the sticker off. Once I've added the sentiment with glue, I'll pop my acrylic block on top of it again to stick flat, and I'll get on to the next card. I wasn't a fan of the background paper I chose for this card, so I changed it up. I'll add some Distress Oxide ink around the edges of the circle. I'm going to add this to a white card piece again, and I'll ink around that before I stick it down too, and that way it will coordinate with the circle. I'll use a lot of glue to stick the card down onto the glitter circle, as glitter paper is very difficult to stick to. Please keep in mind that I'm using a heavy white card that I think is about 250 GSM, so the glue won't show through. Don't try this with lightweight papers or it'll create a warped effect. So back to the last card now, and the sentiment is stuck down. So I'll add some lovely teal Nouveau drops. They're called Caribbean Ocean, in case you're wondering, as I use these on a few of the cards today. I've also used them on this card too. I think this one may be my favourite card. I'd love to know which is your favourite after you've seen them all. I'm adding just 3 of the stickers again, and I have some old glitter foam, so I die cut it with my favourite sentiment die. I can't usually use the glitter foam with sentiment dies because it easily loses its shape, but because this is a thick font and large die, it manages to keep its shape okay. I'm going to die cut these stickers, and this is a nice easy way of adding them to white card without fussy cutting. You just cut them with the circle dies, and if you don't have die cutting circles or a die cutting machine, you can trace around a teacup or a roll of tape, anything circular, and then cut it out. I've just added my card front layer to my card and realised I have marks on it. And I'll use my craft eraser to clean it off. And if you don't have one of these in your craft space, I totally recommend getting one. They're only a few dollars, and yet I've had mine for over 10 years and it's so handy. I use it often. I'm using double-sided tape to add the circles to the card front. I'll add some scrap circles underneath 2 of the circles so they sit evenly above the circle in the top left hand corner. And as long as most of the circle is supported, they will sit lovely on your card. Next is figuring out the best placement for my sentiment, and I chose the center circle and using white cardstock rather than the pink glitter. You could finish the card here, or we can take it a bit further. We can ink around the card with the same distress ink I used before, which is tumbled glass, and you can use any inks that you have in your stash. We can then finish it here or take it further again by adding some doodling, and I love doodling. Have you tried doodling before? I love how you don't have to be even with the lines, they don't have to be perfect. I'm going to create a bit of a stitched look, so I'll add some scribbles in a few areas to make it look like cotton ends or something. Here's a closer look and in real time so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I'll then add some white Nouveau drops in the white spaces to add a subtle bit of interest, and then my card is finished. This was actually one of the first cards I made, but I didn't want to start with this as I wanted you to see how gorgeous some of the cards turned out before showing you how to fix errors that I've made. So with this card, I attached the stickers, and this is how I realized that the girls don't work the best on dark backgrounds, as you can see through them slightly. So I need to peel her off carefully and then add her to white card for this particular card. I'll fussy cut around the image, but I don't like any of the white parts that are showing when I've cut around the full image. So I'm going to cut again, and I'll cut right up to the girl and cut any parts of the image that are too light for me. And I love how she looks now on the card. I've added a sentiment and some Nouveau drops, and then the card is finished, and doesn't she look gorgeous? For the next card, I'm using this coral background scene and another pink mermaid, but the background scene will mostly be hidden behind her as she's quite large. So I'll cut it in half and use it on either side of her to make it appear larger. I also added this mermaid straight to the card before I changed my mind and decided to add her to white card, and either way works. I'm out of PET stickers, so you're probably thinking I can't make any more cards, but I love the packaging booklet image, so why not use this too? I'll die cut it into a circle. And I have a really old scalloped circle die I'll use as a border, and I'll add it to a small square card along with a sentiment I printed out, and voila, another pretty card, but using just the packaging. So let's take a look at all 12 cards I created today, and with just a few products. I love that we don't have to spend a fortune sometimes. Oh, and I said I'd mention the prices of each pack. So the large background washi papers are $1.65 US and $2.47 Australian. And there's another 5 packs with different designs to choose from as well. The pink mermaid pack is $1.44 US and $2.15 Australian. They have a gorgeous shimmer to them, and there's 6 different sets to choose from. And the Under the Sea pack has 30 pieces in it, and they're $1.70 US and $2.54 Australian. And there's another 5 different styles to choose from there too. And these prices can change at any time as they often have different sales on. Plus, don't forget you have my 8% discount code you can use too. I just received a newsletter from them saying they're having a summer sale from the 6th of July to the 4th of August with up to 70% off. So that would be worth looking out for if you're in the mood for some new goodies. They have such gorgeous products. And I receive a small commission if you use my links to find their products. And this is such a lovely way to support my channel as you receive beautiful goodies too. So please click on the word more in the description box to find all the product links to what I've used today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you have, and also share my video with your friends if you think they'd like my channel. This will be so much appreciated. I hope you're subscribed to my channel and have hit the notification bell so you don't miss when my videos are posted. They sometimes get lost with all the other videos out there. I want to send a quick thank you to Rosie M for your lovely Facebook comment this week. I have another video you might like. Please click on it if you haven't seen it already, and it'll be coming up shortly. So that's it. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.